Hi, welcome to Launch Queen Doesn't Know How to Be on Time or How to Use OBS, the game. Actually, welcome to the rumor of Chantelion Land. But strange things have been happening all around town. We have 2 disappearances, numerous posters, let's just call it the charm incident. And have you heard, has anyone told you, the rumor of Chantelion Land? Only a lucky few can get in, and all your troubles just melt away. But after your troubles are all gone, you'll need to pay the price. Oh, wow! I just want to be happy. So, if my lovely players could introduce themselves top to bottom.
My name's Avi. My laptop keeps making noise, and I just found out if I slap my laptop, it will stop making noise. I'm playing Admiral M. He's a knockoff Captain N from Captain N Game Master, I think it was. I saw 3 episodes of that TV show and decided that this boy deserves better. Anyway.
Okay, I'm Campucturro. I'm greetings, Sura. I'm gonna play in this session a ghost with no name. Yeah! This was Koma, a knockoff of Koma-san from Yokai Watch. And we probably discover why such a cute ghost dog will end acting in a very horrible way. Yay!
Right. Hello, everyone. I'm Cartoon Kitsune, and I will be playing Professor Layton. That is spelled Leighton. If you can guess who that character is based off of.
It has been well past the allotted time on the tickets that you're given. Well, not well past. About, say, 46 minutes. Just pulling a random number out of thin air. Definitely not based on the time that we were supposed to start and the time now. But still, nothing has happened, and the message, "We've encountered an error. Please hold while we fix it," has not really left the tickets. Where are you 3?
We're still hanging out outside the lodge of...
Yeah, the outside.
Yeah, we're outside, and M's chilling on the bench next to the table, and he's there.
Certainly hope they're not trying to psych us out somehow by delaying the time. Making us take us off our guard.
Oh, Bailey? Yeah,
And as the conversation kind of enters a lull, once again, there is a little celebratory noise from the tickets as the Calliope starts playing up from it as well. As those of you who were in town when the parade happened saw, the sky ripples into this weird, glitchy green. And in front of you, suddenly, is a humanoid figure. Almost like Reginald in the way that you can only see that it has legs and no arms. Also, you can't see its eyes. It merely has a smile on its face as it asks you for your tickets.
Oh, fuck.
Tickets please. All aboard for Chantelion Land. Tickets please.
Greetings, Sura. Greetings.
Please, tickets please.
Guess Layton goes up and hands a ticket. Ready, everyone.
Alright, so Layton, as you hand it the ticket, it doesn't have any arms that reach out and grab it, but as you basically put it in its sphere of where you think it could be able to reach it, the ticket kind of dissolves into, like, binary code, and then the binary code reforms itself to make a carousel horse.
Well, fuck!
A big one or a little one?
A big one. One that's big enough for you to ride on. It seems to be almost personalized to your tastes, to be quite honest. Simple but elegant at the same time.
Well, this was unexpected, to say the least.
Well, it is an amusement park.
And thus the ticket collector continues on to the other 2. Tickets please.
And just hands his over. He's already
and as with you, the ticket dissolves into binary code and reforms itself into a horse. However, you do notice that unlike Leighton's horse, this horse seems to have 2 distinct notches on its ears.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
What?
Tickets, please. Tickets, please. All aboard Chantelion Land. Dr. Kuma.
I guess I give it the ticket to her. Him, her.
Yes, you do. And much like the ones before, the binary reforms itself into a ghost horse of sorts. It's quite fitting for you. It seems to be almost it's both mechanical and destructive, but also elements of ghosts and like see-throughness to it. Looking through it, you can see through the rosin and you can see even the bones. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like there was a horse jockey called Kirin, which is like a Kirin. Yeah, those were good guys. This is an evil Kirin. This is fighting. This is good. I read it. Woo! Amazing!
All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. And it will keep repeating that until you all board your horses.
He's gonna give Gardenia a quick hug goodbye. Be safe, Professor. I shall, my dear. You will get onto the horse.
Avi?
You know those days where you're just like, this might as well just happen? That's literally Admiral M right now. He's on the horse. He's fine. It's fine.
Kuma?
This is fine.
Kuma, you as well?
Yeah, Kuma is like a kid in an actual amusement park.
All right, so all three of you mount your horses and off they gallop. And it's with impressive speed, or only impressive speed that you can tell in relation to the space around you, as Gardenia and the ticket collector fade out of view very quickly, but you don't feel any resistance or wind rushing against you, as it seems to just zoom past, almost the scenery a blur, and suddenly you're on a carousel. And these horses are simply your horses. And the music plays, the Calliope plays on, and the lights dance, and there's one figure waiting for you at the entrance when the carousel itself stops.
Hi, welcome to Chantelion Land.
Day? Leighton will hesitantly tip his hat at the person.
It doesn't really matter at that point.
This girl has such an odd complexion. It's both it's disturbingly pale, but also sickly green. Her hair is the same color of greens that the sky was turning, and her eyes are this unnatural, glowing pink. But she seems very genuine in her welcomes to you all. And she waits for you all to get off the horse before she does a very 90-degree angle bow. She's like,
I'm very sorry for the wait about that. We did run into a bit of trouble, so we had to deal with that.
No, that's quite all right.
Make it up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, do you guys want to see Chantelion Land? I mean, of course you do. But do you guys want to see anything first?
Actually, we wanted to ask, have there been any guests that have come here before the grand reopening, as it were?
Of course, silly. It's the grand reopening. Of course there were people before now. No, there's just one pest. But we're taking care of him.
Pest?
Sorry, he won't be of any concern to us.
Who exactly is this pest you speak of?
Oh, you're not here to be worried about that kind of stuff. You guys are here to have fun and relax, you know? Come on, let's go outside.
and she will lead you all out of the tent into the blinding array of amusement park attractions. Truly, the lights in this place, it's like if you put a light through a fog. You can't really see beyond a certain point. You can't see above up. You can't see too far beyond. But it is just huge and entrancing. Not in a magical way necessarily, but it is very charming.
Oh, that's our destination, Sura?
This is Chantelion land. We've got every kind of ride imaginable here. So if you guys have anything you want, you just let me know and I can take you there. I'm the manager after all.
It's very crowded. It's very crowded with both attractions and people? Question mark? Would anyone like to make either insight or perception?
Yeah, fuck it, let's go
better,
for
I'll
it.
do that.
Insight or perception, right?
All right. So, Leighton, it's a little bit. The dazzling lights kind of play tricks on you, and the more you look at the people, the less you can really discern from them. M and Doc Kuma. These don't seem real. They're almost like traces of people who maybe came before, because their movements are very lifelike, but they don't seem to be interacting with the now, especially you guys.
We're looking at some sort of memories of people that have been here before, right? Image of it.
What? You're just your fellow park goers. You know,
She just
Excuse
kind of
me?
shrugs.
your fellow park goers. You know, you didn't think you guys would be the only ones, did you? That would be very lonely.
So-
We don't want you to be lonely here.
Let me figure out how to put this into words and then I'll say it. So we can see other people here who are here, but we can't interact with them.
You're not sure if they're even here, to be quite honest. You're not sure if they're real.
I'm pretty much sure they're not here, right? They're just image.
Oh fuck, am I real?
I don't know. Are you? How stressed
any of
does he look like right now?
Relax for a moment.
Admiral M is fine. He's just very confused as to what's going on.
I understand. Do you guys want to grab a bite to eat first before we go look around? I know it can be pretty overwhelming.
Is it real food?
Of course it's real food. What else would it be? It's hot pot.
Actually, I have a question for you, miss.
Yeah?
On the advertisement flyers that we found in town, it showed a Ferris wheel, a carousel, and some third building. But I wasn't sure what the building was. Could you tell us anything about that?
Oh! I'm glad our advertising team did so well.
And she kind of like does a little dance at that.
Well, you see, that's a little bit of an exclusive place. You need to win one of the carnival games in order to gain access there. I personally like the carousel one. But then again, I like all the carousels here.
Can you tell us what the building is precisely?
And she kind of like smirks at you, not necessarily like evil, just kind of like a coy child, because she doesn't look much old. She looks like a teenager, not much older than like probably Alfendi. God damn it,
Augustine.
August. Yeah, she doesn't look much older than him. She's fairly young, but she's got like the coyness of a child when she's just like,
I don't think so.
God fucking damn it.
Very well then. Suppose the carnival games will be our next stop then.
All right. You sure you guys don't want to grab some food first? You seemed a little bit distraught.
No,
I believe we're quite all right.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm gonna grab some food. Yeah. Look, people, I'm a ghost. What can happen to me? Die?
Funny. Anyways,
and she will kind of start leading you guys along, toward kind of like Carnival Row, basically. While you're going, make me a perception, all of you.
Yeehaw.
Chantelion.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
A buddy.
Oh, Layton.
A buddy.
Oh no, Layton. Please.
Well, good thing you're getting carried today, Layton. Wait, and yeah, you know, you hear some like ambient park music, and you know, one tune kind of sounds a little bit familiar, but it kind of just drifts past between all this other stuff. Kuma and Admiral, you hear this is very fresh in your mind because you heard it very recently. The telltale vocals of one Natsune Miki singing her hit song "My World" now. But not only that, amongst the cheers of the crowd, you hear a very familiar voice yelling and screaming in excitement. I'll give you 2 guesses as to who that could be.
Oh no.
Is it Reginald?
Nice.
Is it Reginald?
Yeah. Natsune Miki, you are my favorite singer!
Oh,
My God,
oh,
she's
fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Is it what happened?
Is there a concert going on right now? Like,
Oh, there's a whole bunch of performances. You guys want to check one of them out?
let me get to that. Is one of them Natsune Miki?
Yeah. A lot of people really wanted to see her. Plus, it keeps people occupied.
Aren't we getting food here, Sura? Aren't we getting food here, Sura?
We can get food in a bit. I just didn't want to.
Shush about the food for like 1 second. I think I would like to see the Natsune Miku concert.
Oh,
Miki,
right, no problem.
fuck.
Miki. Yeah, no, a lot of people really wanted to see her, which is why we got her here. All right, this way.
And she abruptly turns on her heel, basically perfect 90 degrees once more, and starts walking off in the direction of the concert. And when you get there, it is very akin to the concert that had already happened in the amusement park in the real world. Except for some reason it's more grand. Like nothing seems different, but it's just everything you could have hoped for and more. For some reason. Nothing that you can really place though. And those of you who are big Natsune Miku fans, Miki fans, it does kind of make you really happy. Almost better than the real thing. But yes, you get to the crowd, and oh, what a crowd it is! But those of you who had heard the telltale voice of one Reginald Bird could probably locate him fairly easily if you want to delve into the crowd.
Do I need to roll something?
Yes,
Okay.
roll dex.
Oh, Dex. Dex save or just straight Dex?
Straight dex.
Okay, it's a good thing Dex is...
Dex or strength if you want to push your way through the crowd.
That is not the right modifier. This is. God damn it, Em! You have 1 job!
Alright, Em, you try to slip through the crowd like a slippery serpent, and it's not really working. There's too many bodies packed together, and honestly, you're kind of jamming out to those sick tunes.
Can Layton give it a shot since he didn't hear?
You can roll perception again. The others can give you advantage if you want to try once more.
Ready?
Yeah. And like, you could just flavoring that, I could have sworn I heard Reginald here.
19.
You are both polite and elegant as you slip through the crowd, offering your pardons to whoever you might bump into, and you make your way to almost the front, where there is a small bird going feral and just waving his glow stick like a crazy bird.
Reginald.
Oh.
Hello, fellow hat wearer. I did not catch your performance. I am sorry. But I am here for the Netsune Miki concert. It is quite extraordinary.
Just the concert. Reginald, are you all right?
Yes, I am at a Netsune Miki concert. Why would I not be alright?
Well, we were worried about you after you suddenly disappeared.
I'm here now, and you're here now, so there is nothing to worry about.
And he goes back to wiggling and waving.
Alright, how to do this. Reginald, there's a group of us who came to the park as well, and we all wanted to have fun together. Why didn't you join us?
He looks at you. He looks at Natsune Miki. He looks at you. Roll me perception. Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion. Alright. Hey.
All right, so
Oh, thank God. We have
He-
the
he-
bird.
he looks longingly at Natsune Miki in the concert that he's been so enjoying, but he kind of sighs, swallows his glow stick,
Swallow.
and follows you.
I suppose we can go on some of the rides. I am quite good at the rides. I don't know how to get out of the crowd, though.
Alright. I guess would that be another dexterity check?
Yeah, make it with advantage as Reginald's like trying to help.
Alright.
He's just following you. But through sheer Reginaldness, he is attempting to help.
Alright. Oh, advantage you said, right?
Yep.
13.
You know what? It's not as smooth of an entry, or it's not as smooth as an exit as you were hoping for. Reginald may be ducking between your legs too many times for you to be comfortable with, but you make it back to the crowd.
Hello, fellow brawlers.
Oh, thank God, Reggie, you're fine. Oh, thank God.
Oh, hi! I thought you
Look,
were going
everyone.
to stay at the Netsune Miki concert. I was, but I decided to not.
And he'll kind of like step awkwardly behind Leighton.
Yes, he's a friend of ours. We thought it would be more fun if we were all together in a group like this, right, everyone?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What is it?
That makes sense. All right. Well, what did you guys want to do next?
We were going to the carnival games, yes, everyone?
Yeah.
And she will continue to lead you to the carnival games. Though, as you approach, there is one tent that Reginald kind of nods his head towards.
I kind of look over at him and look over at the tent. And M's just like, what's over there?
Carousel.
Oh,
Carousel ride. It's a good
Carousel.
one. It's a good one. It's a good carousel. Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite carousels. You
Okay.
want to go on that one? It's also got a game in it if you want to do it with me.
Is it one of the games that can let us into this special building?
Hey, it's my favorite way to get in, to be honest. That's how you do it, isn't that right?
And Reginald kind of just looks between you guys and nods.
Yeah. So you're already experienced with this game.
And she will lead you in. Have you guys ever been on a carousel where there's a ring toss involved in it?
No.
There's-
Oh no.
No. It's not dangerous at all. I'm basing this off of like an actual real carousel that I used to go to. So, in the room is it's a fairly small carousel. Most of the horses are, well, actually, the circumference is large, but there's so few horses on it. 'Cause the only horses are near the very edge. And as the riders ride around, there is, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a holder, and they link their fingers in it and come out with a ring, and they try desperately to throw it into what is this kind of gaudy sequined head of a lion, and it's huge.
So the point of this game is you gotta grab the ring and you gotta get it in the lion's mouth. Or if you're really lucky and you get the golden ring, then you automatically win. You guys want to give it a try?
Yeah, why not, Sura?
Yeah.
Reginald's already like taking a place on a relatively low-lying horse.
Alrighty.
And she will lead you all to the various places on the horses, and the Calliope starts up once more. Everyone roll me a d20 and then a dex-based attack.
20 and a what?
A d20
Just
and then a
straight
dex-based
D20,
attack.
and then
Or
okay.
just a dex roll, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
One the 20 and one with the dex, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me see just. Oh my god. Wait, no.
Oops.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Takes out his gun and just shoots the ring toss.
All right. And I will roll for your boy Reginald.
We love this boy. We love one bird man.
Pretty love it, isn't he? All right, so everyone gets the ring in, save for Kuma, unfortunately.
F.
Good job for you, boy. But like as the rings go in, the lion's mouth closes, and just the lights, the eyes light up in this bright, swirling neon. And those of you who got it in feel a lot more relaxed than when you came here. Like you accomplished something. Maybe it's not what you came to accomplish. But then again, what did you come to accomplish in the first place?
Did we fucking forget?
It's still there. It's still there. It was a rescue mission, right? But it's definitely slipping.
Oh god.
However, Kuma, you remain unaffected by this, as you did not manage to get the ring toss in. Sucks.
Okay, so I am not affected by nothing, right?
You are not affected. You still remember what secretary and you came here, and you're still here. But as the ride stops and you all disembark, the manager will go up to you and she'll be like,
Oh, I'm so sorry you didn't get it. Do you want to try it again? I can try to help you this time. I'm really good at this game.
Guys, don't win. Okay, he's asking to the ones who didn't get affected, right?
yeah, you're the only one who didn't get affected. She's asking you.
Oh, me. Okay, Sura.
Do you guys want to go on again too? I mean, you already won entry to the memory museum, but you know, it's always fun to go again.
The what?
The memory museum. I suppose I can tell you guys now, since you guys are going to be able to go. That's
That-
the secret attraction.
Okay, excuse me. What did she ask to me?
She asked if you wanted to go again and try to win.
The Nightmare Museum?
No, I think it was memory, was it?
Museum.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's probably one of the most relaxing places in the park. I love to go there all the time. But do you guys want to go again, or should I just go with Dr. Kuma here?
With who?
Dr. Kuma. You know, that's his name, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah. That's what I thought. Anyways, let's go.
And she will very joyously jump back onto a horse near you, whatever horse you choose, Kuma, if you would like to try again. This time with advantage as she helps you.
Woo. Okay,
Admiral
I
M just takes his seat on the floor. He's okay.
make both rolls again, right?
Yep.
With advantage both or only one?
Yeah, advantage both, sure.
Chroma wins the days as always. Woo!
Whoa.
Oh.
All right, that's all you really need as you go to grab it with her coaching, and you come out with not the normal, almost not rusty, but definitely it has age to it ring, but a golden ring, and she just stares at you wide-eyed and just lights up with excitement.
Oh my gosh, you got the gold ring! We only put one of those in here a day! Wow! You're lucky! And that grants you access to the Memory Museum as well! So now you can go with your friends! It all worked out so perfectly! Truly, I am the mightiest manager, making sure all the people stay together.
Golden. I'm sorry. Yeah, coach. Chroma is just clapping. Yes, Sura!
Notably, you still retain the memories that the others lost when they won the thing because you did not actually lose anything.
Yeah. This could not have any memory to lose, apparently.
And she will joyously get off and basically like hoist you up and show you like wave you around to your companion. Like,
Look on the gold ring! Isn't that so cool?
Yeah. That's
Well done.
yeah. Sorry. Did I forget your name? And he's like asking this to the manager.
Oh, you didn't. I'm sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name is Sarupi. I'm the manager of Chantelion Land. Nice to meet ya.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's just my end. It was Serapi?
Surupi.
Surupi. Okay.
Surupi.
Okay. Nice to meet you too. Right.
Sure you don't want to get some food before we go?
No, I'm
You
fine.
don't look too good.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I ate before we came. Everything's fine.
All right. Well, let's stop at the cafeteria anyways. I wanted to get myself some hot pot before you left.
And casting a glance at Reginald, she just continues on to presumably the food courts.
Oh, finally! Sorry.
Yeah, like it's really kind of homey in here, honestly. It's all like hot pot stations set up for big families and stuff. And she like kind of giddily sits down at one and begins to take her fill of hot pot. If any of you would like to join, and she does encourage you to join. Reginald does.
I am very hungry. You should eat.
He says, looking both of you, Admiral and Leighton, directly in the eye.
That's quite all right. I don't have much of an appetite at the moment.
Can eat here.
And he just kind of like very intentionally, he just nods as he says that.
Do you need help with that? Since you don't want to use, well, chopsticks.
And Sarupi will basically set aside a portion for Reginald. Kuma, how much are you taking, if any?
Remind me what food it was, please.
It's hot pot, so it's basically a mixture of a whole bunch of food. Lots of meat. and juice.
Oh, it's a lot of. I guess I'll take some. I will prefer ice cream. I guess I'll take some. It's not like he's gonna complain he hasn't eaten in several days right now. So yeah,
Oh no!
don't ask why.
Yeah, and you eat it, and it is like the most delicious real people food that you've had. I know you're used to ghost cuisine, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. Ghosts ate weird food, but they also eat
Yeah.
some people food. And this is amazing, Sura. I haven't tasted anything like this in my centuries of existence. Woo!
Honestly, it's the closest real people food has come to tasting like good ghost food to you. And you just relax a little bit more.
I do what? Excuse me.
You just relax a little bit more.
Wee!
And Surupi just looks very happy that half of the party is enjoying the meal, but she does look a little bit concerned at the other two who are refusing to partake.
Is something wrong? Do you guys have food allergies? I can go check with the chefs if you guys want me to do that.
No, that's quite all right. We're just not hungry right now.
It's free food.
We'll come back later.
Food. You should eat it.
Okay.
Looks downcast at this continuous rejection of her food. But she continues to eat in silence.
I suppose one bite of food couldn't hurt.
And the smile that comes onto her face lights up the room.
Oh, goody. What do you want? I recommend. Honestly, all the meat here is really good. It's much better than what I had at my restaurant.
And at that comment, the pink dulls from her eyes just for a moment before it comes back with such vibrancy that it almost like it never was gone.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll just take whatever there is. He'll take a piece of like beef or something.
Dude, this stuff tastes like heaven on steak.
Don't trust like this.
It's so delicious. And
Sura!
it's not a magical effect per se, but you simply cannot help but just relax a little bit more into all of this.
She
In a
played into
way-
Leighton's one weakness of he can't disappoint a young lady like that. So that's my gentlemanly tendencies.
Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoy it. I mean, everyone here enjoys the food because it's the best. I make sure of it. Sometimes I have to go in the kitchen and help out, and that makes it even better. So I know from experience that it's really the best food that can be.
You made this. This is quite impressive then.
This particular batch, probably. I just help out in the mornings making all the regular batches, and then everyone else does the stuff for the rest of the day.
Sound like quite the hard worker.
Hey,
I do try my best.
Seraphi, you mentioned something about have you always worked here at I keep forgetting how to pronounce it, Chantelion Land?
Yeah, Chantelion land. And she thinks, and you can see the pink kind of dulling as the harder she thinks. And then it comes back.
No, I mean, of course not. I haven't worked here all my life. It's the most fun part of my life, so.
Okay, I have 2 questions. And it's
How about
okay
you
if
ask one, and then I'll ask you one.
Okay. I just don't want you to feel obliged to answer this if you don't want to. That's all.
If it'll make you happy, I'll do it.
Yeah, sure.
Contract has been sealed.
Oh fuck. How?
You do feel when you do agree to that, you do actually make an Arcana.
Arcana? Oh boy. Arcana is not my boy's best.
You said you don't want to ask to the dog with a lot of Arcana?
It's
No?
not a spell per se. It's not a spell at all, but when you do agree that it would make you happy if she'd answer it, you do feel something binding you two together. If only momentarily.
Oh fuck. Okay. My first question would be, how long have you been working here?
A long time.
And she just kind of grins at you.
I don't keep track of the years. How long has it been?
Alright, and my second question would be,
It's my turn to ask a question.
okay,
I
yeah,
asked
go
one
ahead,
between
go
your
ahead.
two,
We
remember?
did agree. Okay, go ahead.
All right. What is your favorite food?
And she like slams the table in excitement when she asks you that.
Are you going to get me this food if I answer? He's joking.
I didn't ask. You couldn't answer the question before I tell you that one.
It's fine, that's fine. Okay, what is M's favorite food? I've never thought about this. Hang on. The only thing I can think of is from... There we go, that's what it's called. I kind of like French onion soup. It's a weird thing to have as a favorite food, but it's my favorite food.
She gets a very contemplative look on her face.
Okay, I can work with that. Anyways, I owed you a second question. What do you want?
You cut out for me. It was like,
What do you need?
the second question I had was, how old are you? You cut out again, god damn it.
17.
17? Oh, God, you are a year younger than me. Oh my god.
I know. But hey, we all have cool responsibilities, and I think we're doing a great job at both of them.
She kind of beams at you.
All right. What was your other question? Did you have another question?
No, I do request that you guys stay here one moment while I go and get something a little bit of a surprise.
And she'll shimmy out of the table. She'll shimmy off out of the booth and run towards the kitchen. Wonder what she's gonna do.
She's going to give me French onion soup.
Yep. One moment, please.
While she's gone, Leighton's gonna whisper to Em, "This is strange. If she doesn't remember how many years she's been here, but she's only 17, well, either she's doesn't age or she's been working here since she was a child."
Oh god, this is giving me so many bad vibes, dude. And he has like his hand, he's rubbing a hand like at the bridge of his nose. And he says, there was like a fraction of a moment where like when like I agreed to like answering a question for her too, like I thought I felt something, and I'm kind of a little weirded out, but I'm mostly okay.
It's like when you interact with the fairies. Do not make any promises you do not intend to keep, because they are binding here.
I think you two are stressing up for nothing, Sura. If we were invited to relax, why we just don't do that? Look at your friend there, pointing at Reginald. He already has he's a lot of fun here. Why don't we have a lot of fun here? Why don't we us have a lot of fun?
That does sound very nice. They're something we came here for. We were trying to find you and Marcus, right?
Yeah,
That's what we came here for.
That's
Oh.
They're okay. They should be. He should be having fun too. Relax for a moment, Sura.
Fine. Yes.
Why should be lying to us?
And leans in and whispers, "Have you seen him, Reginald?"
He is fine.
And he just nods. A little unsure of himself, but assured like that's the best he can do for you.
And Leighton is significantly less relaxed right now.
Are you sure about that? Do you want to make me a whiz save?
Oh fuck!
Ooh.
Who will? Oh,
Is this charm based because we have advantage on those because of the potions?
It is in fact not charm based.
Okay.
Well, fuck!
Alrighty then. It's an 11.
Oh,
It should be a bit more concerning than it actually is. But you know, he's probably fine. Reginald, for all his faults, you know, doesn't really lie maliciously. What could be wrong?
Well, I suppose as long as he's safe and having fun, I don't need to worry immediately.
Admiral, did you want to say something?
he's kind of chilling. He's still a little he's still like kind of thinking about being here for years but not being older than 17. He's a little freaked out. He's like just a little
Reginald kind of finishes his food and looks around to see if Sarupi's back. And upon seeing that she's not back, he leans over to the group.
I need to leave. I will try to distract her while you are in the memory museum, and then I don't know what to do after that, but good luck.
Right, just please be careful yourself.
I will try.
And he kind of just nods to everybody and scampers off. And it's not too long after that Syrupy returns with a lovely, lovely smelling bowl of French onion soup.
Ah, fuck, he got me.
And not only does it smell delicious, you bet it tastes delicious as well. Only one way to find out.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
no, you are ready, Sura.
Yeah, fuck it. M's eating that shit. She made it specifically for him.
Is there anything that's like connected to his love of French onion soup? Or is it just something?
I originally did it as a haha, this is a reference to the Adventure Zone, but like now I'm thinking like, do I want to angst this?
Do it.
Would you? This is Launch's fun Ink's vacation. I mean, Launch's fun Maguka vacation.
How do I want? Okay, so you guys were found out a while back in one of the role play portions that we had going on that that am used to be the leader of a group of kids his age actually, who were heading distraction efforts against the attack from Bagar. One of the things that one of his close friends made while they were camping out was French onion soup.
And it tastes exactly like that, almost better, exactly as you would think it would taste, even through the nostalgia that you have for it all. And you're kind of brought back to the good times. Well, as good as they were. They were good times, weren't they? Nothing bad was happening then, right? Of course not.
So,
And she looks very eagerly at you to rate her cooking.
I'm giving you this a 10. No. I'm giving you a 12 out of 10. You got me. You got me good.
oh my gosh!
And she cannot help the little dance that she does, and kind of in a spur of the moment, she breaks out two folding fans and just whips them out and does a little fan dance with them. And almost sheepishly, she notices, she realizes what she did, and quickly puts them away. She's like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little bit overexcited, didn't I?
You're fine.
It's alright.
So, you guys want to go to the memory museum now?
I believe that would be our next stop then.
Yeah.
Let's keep the fun going.
And so, once more, you trek through it's getting more disorienting and dizzying every time you go out to Chantelion Land. And at this point, you almost need Stroopy to be able to guide you. The only places that you can definitively pinpoint are the first carousel that you started at, the Ferris wheel, and the current location you are heading to, the Memory Museum. Is there any talking while you guys make your way there?
What?
I'm just trying to focus on the memory of French onion soup. Because, he's like, yeah, this was a cool time.
And any because that was when Balgar was attacking, right?
Yeah.
All the threat that he posed just kind of isn't there in the memories. It's all just a good time amongst friends.
I mean,
and you really, really embrace that part of it.
That's one of the reasons I made it that specifically because not only was it during the Balara attack, it was M has mentioned before that he doesn't have many friends outside of the Bash.
Hmm.
This is part of the reason why.
Aww.
Oh no.
It's kind of curious. You do wonder what happened to him, why you fell out with that friend. But perhaps after all this, you'll be able to get back in touch with him.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyways, you guys make your way to the Memory Museum. Layton, as a fine purveyor of architecture in addition to archaeology, you would have the best chance of gauging any sort of structural telltales from it. But the more you look at it, the more it shifts and morphs and just does not stay still in front of your eyes. Though if you don't look too closely and you do not focus, it is just a building, nondescript as it can be. But she will lead you all in. And this is probably she was right. This is the most relaxing place of the entirety of Chantelion Land, as there's a big stained glass window and light filters through it. It's almost like being in an aquarium. The music that plays here barely registers as music. It's just kind of nice, relaxing white background noise.
Oh shit, that's good. I love that image. Oh, it's so good.
What an amazing place, Sura.
Yeah, it's the museum. You can look at all the happy memories that people have donated, or you can look at your own happy memories.
What do you mean by donated?
Soupy kind of just looks at you and shrugs.
She's like, donated. I mean, if we can look at your memories and you want people to be as happy as you are in that memory, then you can donate it. And then we'll have a copy of it here that other people can look at. And it can make them happy too.
And people do this willingly.
Of course. Why, one of the people from the other session donated a whole bunch of memories. We're still sorting them out. There's so many.
Who was this person, if I may ask?
Oh no.
That's confidential. Unfortunately, even when you're in the memory, you don't know exactly who it is.
Right?
My job as manager to make sure things like that don't get out to the public, you know?
I suppose that's fair then.
Anyways, is there anything you guys want to see?
And she'll kind of lead you guys over to it's kind of a sitting room, like what's pictured here. And kind of motions for you all to sit down.
Okay.
We'll do so.
Do you guys want?
And she'll kind of like scroll through like a holographic screen that's just popped up.
You guys want a memory of someone who donated, or do you guys want one of your memories? It can be quite fun to see your old memories, and really touching.
She says it's like she's had experiences with it.
Right?
Wait, watching our memories, Sura? I,
Go back to the
I,
happiest place that you can go back to the happiest time in your life, and just be there for a little bit. Forget about all the worries. It's really nice.
And once more, the pink kind of dims and stays a bit dim until anyone speaks up.
Suppose there's no harm, so long as I don't really feel comfortable donating any memories, but I suppose viewing them wouldn't be too bad.
Oh, that's totally fine. Wait, if we're gonna do individual memories, why don't we?
And she will run over to a side of the room and produce 3 separate chairs for everyone.
You guys want to sit in the separate chairs, then you won't have to share the memory with anyone else. It's all about being private, you know?
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I guess it's alright, Sura.
Who would like to go first?
Leighton will go if you guys don't want to go first.
All joy.
Oh no!
What knife do I pull out here? Goodness me. Just kidding. I already knew which one I was going to do. There's a fog that rolls in. And suddenly, you're not in that room anymore. But you know exactly where you are. The dining reservations were incredibly hard to get, but it was all worth it when you gave Charlotte that pocket watch and the smile that lights up her face, and you can see it all once again. And you're just living in the moment, like it's never going to end. And isn't that lovely? Because part of you knows that it is going to end, and it is going to end very badly. But wouldn't it be nice if it didn't end like that? Roll me a whiz save.
Oh no!
Wait,
Oh no! Oh no!
I
Oh
did
no!
this to myself.
Oh
I did this to myself.
You are all getting this done at the same time, by the way. I'm just taking you whoever wants to go first, chronologically.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Let me check this DC.
no! Yes.
No, these things can't simply be ripped from you. The end must come. The curtain must be drawn, and you hold on to that ending, no matter how sad it is, no matter how how much it seems to break you and how it affects you, it is something that you need. But while you hold on to that, something else slips from you, and you're not really sure what it was, or was it ever there? Who knows? Out of character. The memory of Russell falling into the pit in the Razrand ruins is completely wiped from the mind of one Hermes Layton.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh
Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
All right, Kuma.
Oh man.
It is a lovely day for some weapons testing, as this is the first time you've been able to successfully complete your greatest new weapon. And oh my gosh, does it fill you with pride and joy and all good things as you manage to successfully fire it off? No explosions, all the calibrations are correct, and just everything is lining up into place perfectly. Unlike all the failed ones before, it has all come together finally for you. Now, how did you get here to this place? Did you always make weaponry? Make me. Did you always make weaponry? I don't think you did.
I am a ghost of weaponry, Sura. We go
You?
what we represent, Sura.
Make me a will save.
So sorry. Okay. Wisdom check, right?
Uh-huh.
This do not keep those though. He didn't do nothing.
there's a pit in my stomach. Oh, there's a
If
pit in
anything,
my
if anything
stomach.
gets like too much, like too much, and you guys need to stop, like absolutely let me know. Okay.
Huh?
If like anything gets to be too much and like all this is a little bit like just overwhelming and stuff, like absolutely let me know and I will like fast track this right back to better shit. Okay?
Nah, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay. Just letting you all know. It's open to anyone. Even just DM me. Anyways, Dr. Kuma, you were not always this way. There was two halves before. And right now, you, as Dr. Kuma, are the steams that are holding the two beings together.
Excuse me?
The fusion of two ghosts together.
That's not possible, Sura.
You don't remember that. You don't know. But in some part of you, the seams that hold it together loosen a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot.
Oh my god, if that happens, then he will have some changes. Do you know? Do you know this key? Do you know this cute flames he has? These blue flames he has?
Mm-hmm.
I think they will become purple or something. Ah!
All right.
You start losing this match.
But aside from that, one other something that's not necessarily related to your weapons kind of slips away from you, and you. I don't know. You've had a pretty good winning streak at the bash competition, haven't you?
Yes.
Out of character. The memory of getting charmed by that Minimon
Ah,
is gone.
Dang it.
so too for you, the fog fades in and you are no longer where you were sitting. And instead, you're sitting in a very familiar office in Bashtown. And you're having a conversation with Mr. How do you say it?
Ame.
Mr. Ame. And honestly, it's a little bit hard to tell what he's saying, and you're mostly relying on your lip reading skills. But even then, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. And suddenly, he stops and reaches into his desk, and he slides something over to you, and it's wrapped in a little box. And you open it to find hearing aids.
Oh man.
Oh,
And it's a little bit it's kind of hard to not tear up at that as you very quickly put them in, and for the first time in a long time you hear with clarity, you hear Mr. Ave ask how you're doing
Oh.
and if you're having a good day.
Oh. Oh, how do I want this to go? Oh, man. Oh,
But-
my heart.
You know, you've always had a little bit of trouble hearing, right? Make a wit save.
I'm scared, dudes. Wisdom is not, it's not, it's not my boy's strongest.
Oh,
No!
oh my god.
oh no!
Oh, no.
Yeah, an oof in chat for our
Can we
boy.
can you please give me just, like, a bunch of Fs real quick?
For a brief moment, you think about the hearing aids and your mind wanders to why you have that, and there is an explosion and blood and so much, but all of a sudden it's just not there. It never happened. You've always had this little problem, and it's been a bit tough, but you've always managed. But truly, this was a really lovely gift from Mr. Ame. And man, you're really happy. You're really excited. When you get out of here, you're gonna, you know what? You get out of here. You're gonna go see Mr. Ame. You're gonna go see that friend who makes really good French onion soup. Good time. As out of character, the memory of the incident that cost your hearing and the death of said friend who makes really good French onion soup is simply whew, wiped. Never happened. And with that, all of you come back to in the room. And Soupy looks very happy at you all, kind of beaming.
So, how was it? Wasn't it so nice? I hope you guys had really fun memories to go to.
Yes, it was, Sura.
It was rather pleasant, actually.
Also known as why the dog is not.
Avi, you okay there?
Yeah, you know how I keep making a joke that, like, Admiral M can't cry even if he wants to?
He's struggling.
It applies when it's like tears of joy.
Aww.
Oh!
Oof.
So, like, he has this look on his face where it's like, you can tell he kind of wants to cry because he's just so happy, but he can't because that's just how he is.
I feel like it's a really warm smile that she gives you. Very understanding.
Do you want to go somewhere else for a moment?
No, I'm fine. I promise.
It's okay. You don't have to put up a facade over here. That's the great part about Chantelion Land. Everything's always going to be okay.
No, it's I feel like I should make another wisdom saving throw.
And if you'd like, self-imposed.
It's like everything's going to be okay. Oh, oof. Oof.
Everything's okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Yep. He's
Oh,
fine. He's fine.
Ooh.
He's fine, guys. I did say wisdom wasn't his greatest.
Hey. How is the boy reacting outwardly?
He's very happy right now.
How is the boy reacting inwardly?
There was something important about the words everything is going to be okay, but I feel like the reason why that was important to him is kind of slipping.
Best to hold on to the good things rather than the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely.
Man, I'm so
Anyways.
glad. I'm so glad.
Anyways, Soupy just looks. It's not the giddy happiness from before, but she looks happy for all of you.
If you guys want, we could like chillax with one of the donated memories. Like I said, we got a whole bunch, but there's some really nice ones that we got recently that we could go through.
Wouldn't mind that actually. We do still need to find Marcus, but I certainly wouldn't mind trying another one.
At the mention of Marcus, she tilts her head, but doesn't react any further than that. As she goes over to the panel she was at before and starts messing around with some buttons and gestures to you all to go sit on the couch together.
Alright. We'll do so.
Yeah, that's fine. He's chill.
Without shield.
So this is going to be a shared experience, so you're all going to be able to see it, okay? It won't be
Yeah.
like the previous one, and it might be a little bit dispersonal, but I don't know. It should make you happy anyways, because it made this person happy.
Oh,
Oh boy, this is an OOC. Oh boy, but like, oh no.
why I hear clone music at the background?
She presses the buttons and make me a perception check real quick.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, now you get the good rolls.
Ow.
Okay.
I thought that was Kuma's role. I was just gonna.
Heck.
It took me so happy to see anything.
The fog is beginning to roll in, and you are encompassed in the memory. Leighton and Admiral, you very faintly hear some commotion as Sarupi looks rather startled over to the entrance and begins to run. But it's too late, and you are already enveloped in this memory. And you find yourself at the helm of a ship.
Oh no.
Not just any ship. Like, you are very familiar with this ship. And you are soaring over what must be London as you look out, or the memory looks out, and just gazes in awe upon all that is beneath it. And you can feel the sense of awe and wonder and pride in the machine that you are in. And there's a gruff voice from the back, Master, it's your first time flying it. And you in the memory kind of nod in agreement, still too baffled and excited by the situation to really say anything more than that. And the voice belonging to a small older man just simply chuckles as he comes over to you in the memory and just pats you on the shoulder. And it's nice and it's quiet for the rest of the time as you simply enjoy the flight. You get the sense that this was something, a very personal project coming to fruition and just having it all go so well. Similar to you, Kuma, when you had the weapons go all correctly. There's nothing quite like it. But if you fade back into reality, everyone is unaffected memory-wise, aside from this new second-hand account of a memory. The memory museum is a lot dimmer.
What? Excuse me?
Dimmer?
The memory museum is dimmer because it was fairly dimly lit before with like nice kind of relaxing blues, but at this point it's a little bit hard to even make out shapes.
Is Sarupi still there?
No, that's the other thing you notice. She's not here. And in her absence, everything seems to have another layer of just that same digital static that you had seen in the sky beforehand. The only light that you can see is a faint blue that's right near a door that you didn't really notice there before, but it's just pulsing a faint light, almost beckoning you. Not actually beckoning you, as in like charm-wise, but it's the only light source that you can see at the moment.
Admiral M is standing up.
Quick question before we do anything, because like the effect of this place, is Layton capable of like feeling sad because of that memory? Because that one in particular would make him like feel a little sad.
You can feel sadness, but it is not as all-encompassing as grief.
All right.
It is more of a soft melancholy that you get.
Okay.
But regardless,
Where'd she go? I'm saying that out loud.
Signal was supposed to distract her, right? I think we need to move while we can.
Where'd we go?
Let's get moving.
And we follow the light.
so the light is basically it's like an emergency light near a door. Do you guys want to open the door?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Alright. So you open the door, and the way down to the basement, for this surely must be the basement, is just as dim as it is upstairs, but there does seem to be a trace of light at the bottom. As you descend, Layton, make me a history check.
All right. The 10.
Yikes.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Okay. Well, piss, I guess. So, as you descend, it is kind of a barbaric sight as there is a very similar stained glass window display as there was upstairs, except this one is entirely broken through. And where there was once, it must have been a glass door, for you see the handle just laying there and a pile of glass next to it. It's an entrance to another room. And in that room are just capsules of what can only be memories. As it's quite odd seeing some of your most traumatic memories shown to you secondhand when you yourself have no recollection of them. But there they are.
Oh no, the memory of the car crash!
Oof. Hey, but when did Russell... He moved away, didn't he?
Further in, you can even see it's almost like a Ferris wheel cart that everything is connected to. The tubes shooting out from it, displacing the memories into their designated jars. And Lincoln, you see some that you're in, and it's kind of funny seeing yourself secondhand. You're punching someone in one memory.
Oh my god.
Wonder who that could be. And another memory, well, I think the bird beat gives it away as it swallows a balloon, and there's Leighton's face looking rather disapprovingly at what can only be Reginald during the Sonic Boom's birthday fiasco.
Copyright police are coming.
Stay muted, god damn it!
Kuma, you see yourself, it's almost third hand, being watched on a TV and during one of your fights. And Admiral M, you see yourself asleep at a book, your hearing aids barely hidden away, as someone sits down next to you. Quickly, of course, you react and put your hearing aids back in, but they don't seem to process that. And there's just a conversation that you can't really hear through all of throughout the jar. But that's where you guys find yourself. What do you do?
They're all unpleasant memories. And I'm certain a lot of these belong to Marcus. Why would they be collected here?
Right.
What do they do with this, Sora?
Okay. I feel like with the memory of secondhand memory of him pushing his hearing aids into his ears, that the secret is out now.
Only to those who might see it. I'll say your eye, everyone is really, really kind of hones in on the ones that they're in. So you probably see the one that you're in. Leighton sees the ones that he's in. Kuma, same with him.
Okay. Admiral M just looks around, looks at these jars, looks at the other two, and he just goes, I have a bad idea.
Oh my god.
Are these jars able to be grabbed? Or is there
Why, yes, they are.
Okay. Okay, so Admiral M just reaches over for one and he picks it up and...
May I ask which one you're getting?
I'm getting the one with between Magnolia and the conversation in the library.
Alright.
And I pick it up he picks it up and he's going to, without warning, I mean, like, the most warning you got was, I have a bad idea. He's just gonna smash it on the ground.
Damn, no!
Lovely.
Oh.
As you do, the memory just escapes as a fog fills the room, and you're all... Where are you? Good question. You're certainly not where you were before, and you're certainly not in the memory. But you can see the trails of fog of the memory kind of just escaping through wherever you are. Until you can't see it anymore. And then, suddenly, you are in front of the Ferris wheel.
We are where?
You are in front of the Ferris wheel.
Are we in a memory?
The rupee stands there, looking rather baffled at you all.
Huh?
Did you guys not have a fun time? I'm sorry about that, but I had to go deal with something. The pets is still causing problems.
He's gonna go up to her and, not shouting, but looking very serious. Rupee, what is going on here? What was that room? Why were there so many of Marcus's memories in there?
Marcus? Why, he donated all of those, of course. He was the one who came here before. He's the pest, of course. But anyways, we're trying to harness all the grief and anger and sadness compared with all the happiness and joy, and we're creating energy from it. And then we're going to stop entropy from happening. I don't understand it all, but I'll do my part.
Willingly?
Of course. I mean, I don't have to worry about anything here. I don't have to feel so bad, miserable that not even my friends would understand.
M is going to put his hands on her shoulders and he just says, "Are you sure?"
And she looks at the both of you, not smiling, but not really fearful anyway. She's just trying to gauge something. And then she speaks up.
I guess we made a wrong choice this time. Usually we're so good with the people we pick to come here. Do you guys not want to be here?
Want to find Marcus and to go home.
Well, I can't do that for Marcus, but I can let you guys go home. We only let people in here who want to be here. So I'm very sorry that we mischose with you guys.
We're
And
not
she will...
going anywhere until we find Magnolia.
Reginald, he ran off as well.
Oh, so I see it. It's all a fun game they're playing. Crazy that. But no, I'm not going to help you. If you don't want to be here, I'm going to have to ask that you leave.
I'm not leaving without them.
Only the people who want to be here should be here. Some
Yeah,
people would
I
give
want
their
to be here
everything.
because I want to find the people who went missing. The people who got taken or whatever the hell is going on.
Well, that's awfully rude. What if they want to be here?
Wait, Sura. If we are leaving but not them, then it just means that they do want to be here, Sura?
That's right.
Who are we to like
They want
Sura?
to come here.
Emma, please be quiet. This doesn't concern you.
That's not very nice. He got a ticket just like the rest of you.
Layton's gonna pull out his phone and he's gonna scroll through the chat log to find Reginald's messages.
Do you
They
think
want
you
to
have
so badly.
service in here?
We don't have
Do you
service,
know
do
that-
we?
Any service?
Can't even
Do you
get the
think your
backlog.
phone? Do you think your phone even functions here?
We can't
As you
even
open it
access
up, the only thing that shows when you open it up is a scrolling background of Chantelion Land.
What in the hell?
I said, if you don't want to be here, you can go home. The people who want to be here can stay. That's how this works. Some people will give an awful lot to just have a little bit of happiness.
It's too good to be true.
We're just looking for happiness, Sura.
He understands. Some people, not everyone. Admittedly, we must have gotten this pick pretty wrong. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to not have anything bad happen to you at all. You know, it's so bad and it hurts and it hurts and it hurts.
And she keeps saying that like a broken record as once more the pink fades from her eyes. And so too does the green from her hair. And before you stands almost this normal looking girl as she just continues on.
And not even your friends can understand. And sometimes they're even part of the problem. And, you know, some
Focus
people
on
just
that.
will not.
Focus on that. Focus on that fucking pain. Don't you dare tell me you want to forget it.
Yeah, I know those kinds of memories can be painful, but sometimes we need to hold on to those memories because you can learn from them, learn from your mistakes of the past. Erasing them entirely, it won't help you grow, you'll just be stuck in one place. No one can be happy all the time, that's not reality.
She just very despondent at that. And then oh the Ferris wheel. How it turns. And it churns out a wave of energy and suddenly she is back to her normal self. Or normal as you would know her. As with a smile borderlining on manic, she just says,
It's reality here, so I'll just have it like this.
and she will attempt to shove you guys off her.
No what?
I
Okay.
think that's contesting strength checks, right?
Oh, are you grappling? Do you want to do it like a grapple?
I think you're like shoving away, I think that's how it works. It's like
Oh
contesting
yeah,
strength
no, that's
check.
true.
Right.
Ah, Sarupi.
While this is happening,
Oh.
M just says, I have another bad idea, and he's looking straight at the wheel.
What are we rolling? Excuse me.
I was just rolling. Sarupi was just rolling to not push Leighton away from her. She
Oh.
did.
Stands for
You keep a fairly tight hold on this girl, and she doesn't seem very happy with that. And you know, looking around, you're starting to not feel quite as welcomed as you did before. As you notice, you're kind of slowly being encircled by the same carousel horses that you were riding earlier.
one be on your guard, he says very quietly.
You were roboting from my end.
Admiral M. From the Ferris wheel, from the base of the Ferris wheel comes a trotting figure. A very familiar trotting birdish figure as he's wiggling and running towards you all with a knife.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Reginald comes over and he stops like a little bit before you, realizing he can't really talk with the knife in his mouth as he pockets it, and he says,
She is connected to the Ferris wheel. We cannot attack the Ferris wheel itself. I already tried that.
Oh, fuck!
So,
and he just kind of peeks over, grabs his knife, and muffled through the beak, he just says, "On guard."
Alright.
And if you would all like to roll initiative.
Fuck yeah!
All right, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Ready?
I believe we should stay. Right?
I am sorry for like getting real emotional there. M!
Buddy.
All right, what do we got so far?
M crit failed! That's what we got.
All right, bottom of the turn order is our boy Admiral. I've got a roll for all of my children.
Hang on, I need to find real.
I love your one that's in here. Reginald, have you ever used a knife before? No, this is all instinct, Mr. Layton. I'm scared.
All instinct, Mr. Layton. I have no idea what I'm doing and am terrified.
Me every time M gets a low roll.
Give me a moment. There's a few bags we gotta get out.
Ugh, I
Oh,
don't like that.
Oh my god.
You might like that. You might like that when you find out who got it.
was that Reginald?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Original top of the turn order. Why did I make this? Why did I do this to myself? Why did I give myself so much bullshit to do? I want this fight to be challenging, but fun.
Good.
And then we will just roll you all in twos. Sick. Unfortunate. Fuck.
Me.
Okay. All right. What's everyone's numbers?
12 for me.
5!
What's the numbers? I can't read.
I got a
Great.
12. Avi got a natural 1 for M, and Koma got a 13.
Ooh, unfortunate round here. All right. Well, Reginald, my boy, my good sweet boy. Or, I gotta write all this down manually. Sorry.
Good, take
I'm
your
just
time.
gonna take a quick bite out of my food real quick.
Hey then. First up in the turn order, Reginald.
Fuck
Reginald
yeah!
Bird. The best bird, beloved by many, despised by some. Is going to basically make his way to you, Admiral, and he's going to threateningly wave his knife as a help action. But he's gonna have like a defensive stance, so he's doing a dodge bonus action with his cunning action and helping you with his main action. So that is going to be Reginald.
Reginald, you never disappoint.
Is on Admiral Defense Squad. Next, unfortunately, is your adversaries,
Oh,
or at
fuck.
least some of them, as one of the horses basically closes the gap, spends its turn to close the gap between you guys. So now, Leighton, you have a horse within 5 feet of you,
Oh, fuck.
and so too does Kuma, as another one takes its turn and runs its full speed to get within 5 feet of you. Luckily, Kuma, it is your turn.
Can I ride on one of the horses?
The horses are trying to attack you.
Oh. I say, hey, I want to stay, no worry, but it's gonna time me and then scare you. I'm gonna destroy you then. I want to be nice. This is not happening. Okay, so one of the horses is getting closer, right?
One of the horses is within 5 feet of you.
And happiness is done, right? No more happiness is here, right?
You're all good, man. Take the shot.
I'm angry. I'm
Take
so
the
angry.
shot.
So I'm angry now because I feel bamboozled. No more happiness. No more relax. I'm gonna take one of the vials of acid I have and use them as a projectile for a catapult spell. So the horse makes a dex save.
Okay, dex save. Is he proficient in that? No. Sorry, horsey. Get dunked on, I guess. As I accidentally tab into the wrong thing completely. Whoops.
Whoop. Don't worry, I do that all the time.
That's a 12.
Yep, it doesn't happen. It doesn't save. So it will be 3d8 of damage.
Oh boy. Destroy it.
Another 2d8 of the vial of acid, right? Yeah, let me fact check the acid vial damage, but I believe it was 2d8.
What is it, catapult?
Yeah, was catapult. You grab an object and throw it. I throw a vial of acid.
Oh man. I mean, that's you. You gave him this.
That's how one shot Mikabu. So yeah. Wait. So first the damage of the catapult. 3d8 plus 2d6 of the acid damage. 22.
Yeah, you hit it with the acid damage, and that not only does it kind of corrode away at the metal, but it also it corrodes away at the beautiful painting job that's done on it. But as it does, it kind of reveals the digital hollow interior, as inside it's just ones and zeros. It is still standing, however.
Fuck.
Oh, good. It is still not attacking me in melee, right?
It did not attack you immediately because it used its speed to get to you.
I'll get 30 feet away from it, and that's it.
Are you all right? It was 5 feet away from you, so I believe you are safe. Next in the turn order, Leighton.
All right. Leighton is gonna go for that horse that was already damaged.
All
no,
right.
first, before I attack, I'm gonna use my free action to talk. He's gonna look at Syrupy and say, "Syrupy, none of this is real. You can't just stay here and forget. You have to face your problems. I know it's painful, but ignoring them won't help anything. It'll only make it worse."
But I can stay here. There's nothing else side of here that I'm concerned about.
Right, that's gonna be my talking for that turn. So rapier attack,
To which horse?
the one that's already damaged.
Alrighty.
15?
Just misses.
Ugh.
Aw. Well, that is my turn then.
Unfortunate. You know whose turn it's next?
Whose turn?
Sarupi doesn't look very happy that you guys are all bashing on her horses, you know?
Maybe she needs to get better horses.
Maybe you're hurting her friends and she does not enjoy that. Ah, what a shame. Are you still here? Are you still near Sarupi, Layton?
He was right up next to her, so probably.
Alright.
Oh fuck.
Once more, the flames that you the fans that she produced briefly, when she was really excited in the dining hall, come back once more. Except this time, when she unfurls them, they ignite, and she is going to make attacks against you. As I forget what the mod is. Hey, does the 14 hit?
It does.
Oof.
Oh, I'm sorry, Layton.
All right, so with one hand, she just barrels into you with the flame, a flaming thing, and it definitely hurts. Not as much as it should, though. That'll
Three at a time,
be
Layton.
3 slashing damage with an additional 1 fire damage on top, for a
Alright.
total of 4 damage.
Alrighty then.
I told you, if you don't be here, you can leave. I will let you go home.
Not leaving without him.
All right. And you can just stay.
And she kind of does a whistle to the horse that was behind you.
Oh fuck.
And that horse, the mane glows with the same green of her hair as it seems to be empowered or something. But luckily, it's not that horse's turn.
Ooh.
All right. So next, hey Admiral,
Yeah,
you got a horse coming for you,
yeah, that's fine.
and he's actually going to be able to make the attack.
A
Even
horse!
with Reginald,
Loose and Chantel!
A horse.
loose in Chantelion land. We don't know what to do about that. At least of all, the horse doesn't even exist technically. As the horse will, with surprising speed, because you were closer to the Ferris wheel than the others, it is able to catch up with you very quick. And I really hope it doesn't hit you, my friend. Jesus Christ, why won't it let me see anything I love? Oh boy.
That's weird. Oh, that does not
does
hit!
that hit?
That does not hit!
Oh, thank goodness! As it comes in, and Reginald basically just ducks to the side, and you follow through with it. Follow with Reginald, and you guys are both fine as it skitters to a halt.
Thank God.
You know, the sad part is, though, there's 4 horses planned in this encounter, and there's still one unaccounted for.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, does that hit? Hey, does that hit?
That hit! That hit!
Huh?
So, seemingly just so happy. So happy that you made this first one. You really failed to see this second horse coming. And
It'd be like that sometimes.
it really do. But this horse, it's special in a way, as it comes rearing head down and basically attempts to gore you.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Because it's got a spectral unicorn horn on the tip of its head, basically.
Of course.
No, why have you betrayed us?
Fuck. Okay.
So that's gonna be that.
Okay.
And I will just say, seeing you get hurt, Reginald looks absolutely just terrified.
Oh, don't forget your temporary HP, guys. I hope you didn't forget about that.
Got mine.
Admiral, however, it is your turn. And you do have a help action, so you have advantage.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna shoot the bird. Not the bird. The horse. I'm going to shoot the horse that tried to gore me.
Alright, shoot it. Shoot the Wendy bird. Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
I just wanted to see it would. Alright.
Will definitely hit.
D8 plus. What was it? My dex. There.
Nice.
Yeah, that does pretty good. As you, what are you hitting it with?
I'm hitting it with the gun. The zapper.
So you zap it, and for a moment, it just like you can see, like if this was Maya, the 3D texture, the 3D program, you can see like the lines that make up the model of the horse.
Wireframe!
Wireframe horse, baby.
Wireframe! We should have had a little Mac XP in here.
But yeah, that hurts it pretty good. Not quite. It's not quite as damaged as the one that Kuma hit, though. As Reginald will take his turn. Before that, can I get a quick HP check from everyone?
53.
HP with several temp as well.
What's that?
HP.
11 temp.
HP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
HP.
Points, right?
Uh-huh.
43. I'm at full
43.
again.
Sick. That's a lot of HP, guys. Wow, damn. Reginald seems a bit shaken by all this, and honestly, he doesn't really respond for a moment, as the beak is the knife is still in his mouth, but he kind of he's 1,000-yard staring at the wound you got, and that unfortunately kind of wastes his turn.
Reg?
Damn it, Reggie.
Why did Bloom show up to my beautiful Maguka land? He was not invited.
Me gusta.
Anyways, Leighton, remember that horse behind you?
Oh,
The one that
fuck.
got invigorated?
Oh,
The one that got
Yeah.
invigorated? You know, almost like, dare I say it was inspired?
Oh, fuck.
Oh no, bards, my one weakness.
Fuck bards, man.
Oh no, I made a bard. Yeah. So, still gleaming with that same energy. It's gonna go to get you. You know?
Yeah.
I forget all the modifiers that now apply to this shit.
Me too, man. I'm also going to take another bite of this food. I'm still kind of hungry.
Hey, is that hit?
Yeah, I don't know, Launch, do you think it hits?
Maybe. I don't know,
Let me
does
just
it
check
hit?
my character sheet real quick. Let me just run the numbers here. Yeah, that'll hit.
Ah, thanks, Chief. Thanks for letting me know. As I pull up your character sheet and just mock you anyways.
Stop hurting the
Um,
puzzle man!
No! It is, I am doing what the clown man demands of me. Hurting the puzzle man. Anyways, it's going to be not too much. That much damage on you.
And this is
How's
why
it-
I got all the temporary HP.
This is why I stole the temp HP. See? See? Alright. The horse that was attacking you, Kuma, is going to once more run into, basically run up to you, and is going to try to attack you as well.
Oh, he reached me?
Yes. How far away did you run?
30 feet.
The
He
horse.
was 5 feet away
It's
too.
a modded horse. It's got horse speed, which is fast.
Oh. So yeah, he right?
Yeah, he's gonna reach you, Chief. And he's going to try to stomp you. But I don't know if an 11 will do jack shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it like goes to stomp on you, and you just phase out. And you're a ghost. Flip him off. Trying to hit a ghost? What are you, stupid?
Okay, since I run, I don't know who's next. Sorry.
It is in fact your turn next.
Oh. Okay. Since I'm 30 feet away from the rest of the party, I guess they're not close, right?
No, the others aren't too terribly close.
Nope.
So
You have a horse on you.
I can bring forth the Kuma's favorite, the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now in a cute purple color. So with the it's an action to summon it and a bonus action to fire it. So instead of attack, since if it's an area attack, the horse do a dex save for the half damage.
All right. Are you just attacking Are you just attacking the one horse?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to rush the rest of the party. I mean, mind what I do.
I don't think that passes.
No, full damage.
Hey, what kind of damage? What kind of damage is it?
Fire.
Oh. Oh, how unfortunate. As you hit it with the flamethrower, it almost seems to welcome the flames as if it is used to it. And
Oh
it
my
comes
God.
out perfectly unscathed.
Oh my god!
Okay.
The flames didn't do nothing?
Nope.
Okay, so fire resistance. Okay.
Fire immunity, my friends.
Okay, so
Hi, I am.
Kuma is gone. Kuma is gone. He's a funny move to me and I'm gone.
Maybe I should have done things that are less than penetrating.
Okay,
What else do you like to do?
so yeah, this thing comes and scrap it and Kuma is like, oh crap, Sura.
Oh crap.
Layton!
Yeah, the next turn.
It's your turn. Sarupi is still up in your face. You have a horse behind you.
Alright. To talking free action. If you keep him here, he has family back in the real world that are going to miss him. His nieces, his nephew, myself. You have any idea how distraught I was? Oh God.
Hey,
thought about how
Can you're echoing really badly.
Yeah, who's echoing on it?
Can? Are we all good?
Hello?
All right, I think we're good.
Okay, I think it's good. Okay, yeah, back to what I was saying. He has family back home. His nieces, his nephew. Do you have any idea how distraught I was when I heard he was missing? I think it's
Did
really
you-
fair to keep them here, away from his friends. Don't you have anyone outside that will miss you?
I think you're being a little bit selfish.
Ah,
Don't you think he was pretty distraught to come here in the first place?
yeah.
I mean,
Fuck.
when I found him, he wasn't in a very good condition at all, and he agreed right away. And even when I explained everything to him, he still wanted to stay.
Ah, fuck.
I
They can
think
get
you just need to stop being so selfish.
Aiden gets his stomach ties into a knot hearing this. He is just like so upset hearing that. He's gonna try and attack the horse anyway, but let's see.
Are you talking the horse or Sarupi?
But he's not gonna attack her. He's
Okay.
attacking the horse. He turns around to attack the horse.
That'll hit.
Alright, and then insightful fighting. This thing needs to roll deception against my insight.
A horse with good deception.
Oh, God.
A horse with good deception. No, -5.
That will be my attack and my sneak attack. Let's go.
Alright, get his ass.
Tell me your secrets, horse.
Secret is that it's not real.
It has no idea what it's doing in this hospital.
There's 14 damage total.
Alright. Oh god. Alright,
Yeah,
yeah,
Leighton
that...
stabs at the horse because he is like not happy right now. Hearing that.
Shame. Shame. I'd say the person who both orchestrated and suffers from this. Yeah, that does a pretty good dent in the horse. Ouch, baby.
Youch.
How much damage is it again? 14?
That's 14 damage.
Yeah, that's ouchies. Horse go ouch.
That is my turn.
I want to break this model so it goes like polygons everywhere. Like
I go into the settings and I click delete facet as I strategically highlight the entire thing and just hit delete. Anyways,
we're going to Greg this motherfucker.
Sarupi doesn't really seem satisfied with the answers you're giving her. And she's still going to try and attack you.
Don't you think that maybe sometimes you just can't understand another person, and maybe they're just trying to do what they think is best for them. And if that's coming here, then good. At least we can help them here.
Does that hit?
That does hit.
And would you like to make a retort to that?
Let me think for a sec.
Will it?
You absolutely certain that you can really help him?
Well, he's happier. He's happy here than he was there. And I think that counts for something, doesn't it?
Leighton doesn't answer. He goes quiet at that.
She looked like she was about to do a second attack. Her other fan was kind of raised for another swipe, but seeing just the lack of answer, she doesn't really know how to react, so she lowers her weapon, and she will forgo her second attack.
Oh,
Oof. Made Puzzle Dad puzzle sad.
Good.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, Admiral, how's it going over here?
You know, I'm chilling. You know, it's fine. It's not my turn, is it?
But there's two horses that are gonna attack you.
Well, fuck.
Actually, you know what? Only one horse is going to attack you.
Oh, fuck. I'm
The other
relieved.
horse,
I'm relieved, but afraid.
one horse is going to actually run towards Sarupi, giving you a chance to make an opportunity attack.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, does a 26 hit?
No. Yeah. Oof, ouchies. Yeah, that's a pretty good knock. That's a pretty good chip off of it.
Yeah.
But it still managed to scamper off towards Soupy and therefore towards Leighton. And it will end 15 feet beyond you guys, so it won't make it to you guys.
Oh, fuck.
Alright.
And it has taken some damage, so sick. The horse that gored you before, however, seems fairly content to just keep going with that as he rears his head and tries once more to stab you. Does that hit?
It does not hit.
Okay. And so, Admiral Chaos avoided. It is your turn.
I want him to say something, but I have a lot of things that I want him to say. So I'm like, give me 1 second. Sarupi.
They have a lot of stuff for glamour.
Of course.
Every time I've asked for a
Roommates.
glamour item, they craft it without question. They've never had to go to the market for it. Plus, unlocked stuff is crafted.
Sarupi, what happened before you came here?
I don't know.
Gotta start remembering, man. And I am going to fire again at the horse in front of me.
Okay, that'll hit.
That's not the right. Okay, there we go. Oof.
Oof! Yeah. Fuck, man. Horse gone. As it dissipates into just binary and glitches and color codes.
None of this is real. Yeah.
And she doesn't really seem to be reacting to that. Almost kind of stunned, really. Reginald, for his part, seems to have recovered from whatever it was, as he uses his movement to run basically after the horse towards Leighton.
Oh, fuck.
And hey, Leighton, there's still a horse behind you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Horse.
A horse is a horse is a horse.
A
Of
horse is a
course.
horse is a horse, of course. Huh?
Full hit.
All right. Seven damage done to you by a horse, just basically kicking you.
Yep.
And that's that horse's turn. Kuma! Remember
Oh,
that horse that's been dogging you?
yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try. He's getting pretty frustrated with you, not just
Yeah.
dropping.
Imagine the horse nose is on fire and he's ready to destroy me.
I guess a little bit. Yeah, I'd say a little bit wants to destroy you. 7 damage as it this time it does manage to stomp on you. No incorporeal form can save you now from this horse.
Ouch.
But it is your turn now, so
Okay, so I have, so I am equipped with a cannon that I literally cannot use.
I'll say this. If you can roll me an acrobatics and try to aim inside the horse, because you have blown a hole inside the horse with the acid, I will let it count for full damage.
Woo! I'm gonna go for it then.
I
All right,
believe
roll me acro.
10 get this guy is a out. 10 get this guy is a tune. Oh wait.
Ah.
I cut it, Chief.
Well, can I do plan B?
Yep.
Water catapult with another acid bio.
Stupid.
Dex save.
A horse of a horse is a dex of horse. Of horse a dex a horse. Pits, where did it go? Hey, I don't think that passes.
Nope.
That's amazing.
As how do you want to describe your killing blow to this horse?
Bruh!
Do you want to describe your killing blow to this horse?
Okay, is that, so that's what matter. Oh, and there was another 1d8 I forgot there because it's 3d8.
Bro,
No,
I think
stop,
he's
already
dead.
dead.
I think he's
Yeah.
already dead.
I'm
He's already dead.
up to 6 damage. Okay.
Yeah, describe how you just acidized this horse, man.
Yeah, the vial literally blows his head and the acid finished corroding his body and it's gone. And Tommy was in confetti.
Yay. Alright, Leighton, it is your turn.
Right. He's gonna keep fighting the horses because he still needs to protect the others. But internally, he's gone very quiet. Just he's thinking a whole lot of thoughts right now.
Alright. That'll hit.
All right, and then insightful fighting, deception versus insight.
A horse, a horse, a horse. A horse is very deceptive, of course.
Ah!
Never even stood a chance.
Ah!
That's what we're looking for.
There we
Just-
go.
Now you can describe how you kill this horse.
All right. He's gonna just like ram the rapier into its neck and just like pull it out as like the polygons just disperse. And then once the horse is dead, he's gonna turn to Sarupi and say very solemnly, this is truly what he wants, then I know it's selfish of me, but I want to at least see him myself. Just so I can see from my own eyes that this is truly what he wants. So I can say goodbye to him.
And it is her turn, and she'll kind of tilt her head as she's also trying to process her own revelations.
He didn't. He wanted to come here so he didn't have to exist. And I don't know. Does he exist anymore? Do I exist anymore?
What do you mean by not exist?
Didn't want to. I don't know anymore.
Oh, fuck. Hey,
Hey.
Launch! Hey, Launch!
Hey, what's up? Aw. Don't worry, I told you guys there'd be a. No, I did say that someone might not come home. Shame.
Launch.
Anyways, that's. I think she's gonna take that as her turn because she's kind of processing, and as the glitches, like as the the glitchy texture fades away from her, there's still this underlying like digital texture to her. Unfortunately, there is one savior who is trying to protect the dear, sweet, mightiest manager of Chantelion land, and it is the horse that is going to ram into Leighton.
No, fuck.
As if he wasn't already in enough pain.
Yeah. This is my revenge for all those good fanfics.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Ooh. Hey.
I'm gonna say for flavor that he's just so distraught by this like revelation of like what might have happened to one of his brothers that he just like doesn't even see the horse coming or make an attempt to move. He just stands there just like dumbstruck.
That's fair.
Hmm.
We love the good angst here.
Too much.
That's 16 damage, right?
No, that's the full damage.
Well,
8
it's a
damage.
crit, so.
Oh, see, I'm doing my group. My group, we just roll the damage dice twice. Double the damage dice.
Oh, okay, that's how you do it. Okay,
Yeah.
do that. That's much better.
You're fine.
He's not looking great, but that's better than it would have been.
Admiral,
Yes.
it's your turn. I will say you won't be able to reach. I don't think you'll be able to reach anyone this turn unless you have some shenanigans that I'm not aware of.
No, I only have 30 feet. I could have sworn I had more on his character sheet than I do right now, so I'm kind of like, well,
That's fine.
his preferred weapon is ranged anyway, so it's,
Oh, nice.
yeah, so like, it's a tricky shot, but he's going to try and like steady his arm enough to aim at the horse that like knocked into Leighton.
Uh-huh.
How's that?
I'll do it.
What the fuck was on my keyboard? Okay. How's an 11?
Most dead. Almost dead. This bad boy is hanging on by 6 HP.
Fuck!
Wow.
Reginald, the gait of his trot is unusual for him. It's got more determination than usual, but he ends it in basically behind Sarupi. Knife gone. As he just keeps an eye on her. It looks like he might be planning something.
Uh-oh.
Kuma, it's your turn.
Okay, how many horses are still alive?
Guess what? Just one! And it's the one near Leighton. Everyone's converging on Leighton right now.
Okay, so let me finish this. I'm gonna move in an angle where this guy doesn't interrupt him because the catapult spell will hit them instead. And once I move to find the perfect angle, well, here it goes.
All right,
And
go for it.
another deck save.
A dex horse.
I love that.
No!
It's not a dex horse.
Not even sarcasm. I genuinely love that because if this were Netflix, I would have to keep fucking checking it anyway. Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. And that's one more horse down. And now all that's left is Sarupi.
It's what?
Sarupi.
Ow.
Leighton, it's your turn.
Leighton is not going to attack her because, for all that she's doing, she's still a child, so he's not going to attack. And rightfully so, because he is not doing okay right now. There are voices screaming in his head. One voice is his own, his intrusive thoughts that are telling him that he's failed to protect someone yet again. Other one is a voice that sounds very similar to his brother that is urging him to hold on to his resolve, and the two voices are just arguing back and forth, and he is just standing there staring at the floor.
Would you like
That
to
is my
say anything
turn.
to him? Oh, that's it.
He is just, he's got a lot going on in his brain right now, so.
All right. And so too does it look like Sarupi does as well as we transition over to her turn. Almost all of the glitch effects are gone. So why does the digital effect still remain? And of course, she must come to this realization as her eyes prickle with digital tears. And she just looks at her hands, and for a second, even those two seem to glitch out for a moment. However, Chantelion Land still needs a manager, and the Ferris wheel must remind the manager to do her job. As it turns and pulses out just another thing of energy, the sickening, you can almost liken it to necrotic at this point. Digital glitch just comes back, and all the color is returned to her, but not in a good way. As the red or the pink replaces her eyes closer to a red at this point, and she basically it's a manic grin completely at this point as she begins as a laugh which just booms into just full blown laughter from a chuckle, and she flourishes her fans once more, and she just says, "I guess I don't exist. There's nothing more carefree than that, I suppose." And she raises up her fan, and above her congeals a giant ball of flaming energy, and it looks like she is just about to release it, or she would have, were it not for the rapier that pierces her the second before she could. As it's almost too quick for you to notice. Where Reginald once stood, a cape flares almost like a curtain with a scene change, as in his place stands Maloro. piercing Srufi. So much for the dramatic reveal, but I can't just have you going off moping about like that. God.
Hey, what?
Yes, sir.
And as
Like, I didn't even
her glitching form kind of fades away, so too the rest of Chantelion land. It's a slow process as everything, all the polygons and binary and numbers just sort of trickle out. You have a few minutes before it's going to be all done, but nothing's going to hurt you in this time as Mal comes over to Leighton and just embraces him.
And immediately hugs him back. Just the tightest, most desperate hug. He's just muttering under his breath, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Didn't do anything. It was just Marcus's turn to be foolish. We'll deal with it later. I suspect once everything is over with, Marcus will return, and I will once again be shunted to the back for a bit.
I should have been there. I should have
You did
protected you.
everything fine. You don't need to coddle us.
Guess it's over, Sura.
Are
Yes.
memories coming back?
Very, very slowly, like a faint, like a broken faucet. It slowly trickles back. As this point, everything fades away, and for a brief moment, you just find yourself in an empty field. It's nighttime. The moon is rising, and all that towers above you is a broken down Ferris wheel. But so too does that fade with a fog. As you return to Bashtown almost exactly where you left, and all that's left floating down on the wind is a child's drawing of a smiling young girl standing in front of a Ferris wheel. And scrawled under it, it says Chantelion Land. And that's where I'll end it.
Oof. Holy cow.
The end.
Oh
Hope you
my.
all enjoyed.
Oh god, my heart.
Hope you all
No.
enjoyed it.
Okay, let me stop the recording. Holy shit!